Hello, my family. On program Freetown today in CIVID-19. Today edition we dey come talk about this coronavirus, where they call it COVID-19, and compared to the Ebola. Well, with me in the studio are there with me guest, Mr. Dugba. Mr. Dugba, say hello to family. We dey come talk probably something we will go on a debate or we go agree or disagree, But just one follow and know say they get me live on Facebook, and also after you can check the website when at www.civmedia.org. Yes, Mr. Dugba, sir. Teacher, right?
Yes.
And you do it for picking them. So I believe say most of the picking themselves go to watch and then say go try for know what the teacher can do now we student. You can tell me in your knowledge what you understand about this coronavirus.
Family wanna listen, we at home and abroad. My own perspective or my own knowledge about this coronavirus. Coronavirus, otherwise they call them COVID-19. A virus where they consider contagious, wherein it is spread very fast and more or less airborne. For instance, we make to the talk, so for every conversation we make to the share, scientists believe say we must get some particles where they come out from we mouth, and then particles and if they happen for touch any of them in the face when I open it, you can don't become affected, especially if they talk with an infected somebody already or known to you.
So what are the signs and symptoms of this COVID?
Well, of recent, in fact, they don't discover that you're not going even able to discover the signs and symptoms by the person already affected. You understand?
Yeah.
But it would not pass the disease to you now before ever you begin to see the signs and symptoms. But some of the regular signs and symptoms, they say one, cough. Not only like the normal cough where you cough, you pull something, but like the cough where they talk now we are in that dry cough, not like the TB tuberculosis cough, but the cough where they feel you the chest cavity. You understand? Yeah. Then kind cough and then a tendency for beginning to show signs, and it give headache, it give severe cold. You understand? So some of them things and it's so similar to like we get malaria or we get common cold. So like all them signs and they are at real normal or normal temperature, we can get anything and they bokuna style. So like all that thing and they can show signs, but these are all the signs we as a nation, based on the experience what we get during the Ebola time, for that we able to see how we able to contain this situation so we not going to be affected again.
So like how Salon, you think says Salon prepared as a country for combat this? Because we neighboring countries them like Guinea, I think so they get a 2 case, Liberia gets 2 case as well. So what thing you think says Salon, you can measures them you think say we take as a country?
Well, this is not the first time where we will commend the present government in office.
Okay.
We like looking at the kind of contagious disease and looking at the people that we don't lost their life to this kind of disease.
Yeah.
Take a look at Italy, Germany, Europe as a whole. You understand? Plenty lives don't go. But look at we in this country, very, very, very poor. With population is roughly 6.5 or 7 million. You understand? And we neighboring countries them almost like the flank them Guinea, Liberia, Ghana, all them countries and don't get cases them.
Yeah.
So for me, we up to this time will not get affected, will not get no positive cases of am. That I go say na because of with early experience wey we don get due to the Ebola, because we all see where we government the president presently retired Brigadier Julius Madabio, where a call on the heroes, the likes of retired Major Paulo Conte, the likes of others them, where a call and say make the all camp a kind of in-house meeting.
Oh yeah.
You understand? For make them see how not look at them as party, not look at them as government business, but let me see how the all will join forces then together for fete this fete.
Like during Ebola time, we find out say the Veronica buckets been so they all around. But like immediately after Ebola, we not see the Veronica buckets, and now we come for Kamsia. So like how Sierra Leoneans then they take them help?
Well, me I can always tell anybody now this country say Sierra Leoneans we too laggard over we well body business. Okay. We can stand for be so, but we too laggard over we well body business. Because this are the country where before you tell somebody go to hospital, the first go ask you first, I don't eat. Because that money where that individual for go with now hospital, it go take am for say I need for feed my family, I need for feed me immediate people them, I miss access once I not eat it. So when you correct for say the Ebola term, now we see Veronica bucket. But after the Ebola term, Veronica buckets them really don't short in. But arrival of Corona, COVID-19, we don't begin to see the preparedness in Sierra Leoneans them. If they go to schools and now we get Veronica buckets them. The other thing that they be there at the schools them, but the wash hand habits not. People don't know use soap for wash their hand. But the good healthy part of it is when you wash your hand, this you palm now one of the most carriers of germs. Now the most carriers of germs. Yeah. Now make I remember who they primary school they tell you say not bet your finger because you just say go down. Yeah. You understand? Okay. We not used to that. Imagine how contagious this virus be when you talk with an infected somebody, then the apple for say you touch your eye, you touch your nose, you touch your ears, automatically don't give leverage for let this virus exist and survive inside you.
You make mention say the signs and symptoms where you say people and they get fever, headache. So you nothing say that's gonna cause a little panic on Sierra Leoneans then?
Oh God.
Because long to me granny don't hear that let not begin and just small.
No, you
people and they come one kind of way.
You correct because I remember during the Ebola time where they say for call 117.
Exactly. And
that 117 bring beaucoup confusion among neighbors them. Yeah. Because some neighbors on time now come on call it off 120. You understand? It will create panic actually. But my brother and my sister there for make you put yourself on the safer side. You understand? You will watch this program now. Yeah. You will happen forget this message. Now for tell you brother, there's no need for panic. Now he make the hospitals they're always available right now. When you know say you get an unusual sign. You understand? You get an unusual thing where they happen with you. Now your responsibility for go report yourself in the hospital. Yeah. Say, hey, I been on the cough, but now we cough, I don't see don't increase, it don't take on that level. And not me say they don't automatically they go quarantine you. The responsibility of the doctors then I make them get to the call swab. They get for take your blood sample, try for see how they go able for analyze that blood sample, and before ever they will count the result and tell you say either you positive or you negative.
Yeah, that brings me to the I think they don't the government don't open new places them for quarantine places them.
Yeah.
Talking of the Lunge airport.
So that now be the early preparedness of the president. We see a week or 2 weeks before we see the president go Lunge airport when entrance or the face of Sierra Leone, they go there and one of the hotels at the Lungi airport. Now it get for happen for even top over for make that be one of the places them. If in case they get for shut down, we borders them and flights and all for the coming wherever the case are, guys. The people they coming when are Sierra Leonean citizens or na foreigners them. We go look at them and then see the situation and say we quarantine them first, but forever they will get access for come back na Freetown. We get the higher population. And we see back also Egona Balamunia, when are one of the border crossing points between Sierra Leone and Guinea. And we see where he even go na the 34 military hospital, yes, because now one of the places that they will be really contribute in the fight against the Ebola. You will see it go there best able for negotiate or see how ready the hospital they in case of, because we are not wishing for this. Sierra Leone, we dey pray to God, let God, we know we will not get this experience again, because this experience will be don't get with Ebola, even though this one are the big brother. You understand? But they also get similar signs in.
So laws and measures that you want to make the government take, you know, concerning this COVID-19 here.
Well, I just go imagine Osai be laws them will go and we already president declare most of the things where they don't want let people they do. One, they don't put in place certain laws and like law we avoid public gatherings, yeah, nightclub.
Yeah, that's to bring with to another question now I can ask you.
Yes, sir.
But I know how they come. Yes. You know, the government don't put a hold on public gatherings. So you think it's necessary for the church and mosques as well?
Well, these are the debates where they're on, because I remember very well some set of religious people them for Friday Juma prayer. You see police and some mosque environment where they don't want for get crowd at the mosque them, and you even see on Sunday Christians are not able for go at the church and get the usual worship with them. But I believe the same God where we they worship now them churches and them mosques them. That same God then we host them. You understand? The only thing about congregational prayer is fine. But we know, I believe say that direction where that decision where they on the right track, but to some extent it don't they bring some panic among religious people. But I believe say before ever this decision be taken, they call on the cross section of interreligious council. The interreligious council now they self agree. You understand on that decision and they, because mosques were a lock. You know where rather, you know they tell you say na 100 people for enter. Church where it open on the program, you understand? You know go tell you say na 100 people there for come. And that pastor, that imam, go find it difficult for stop a regular or usual church members them where they don't use for kind of church. They say because of it don't pass 100, will not go allow una.
But around yesterday, Sunday, around 7:30 to 8, around 7:30 to 8, I be passed along the law.
Morning or evening?
Evening.
Okay.
I be passed around along the beach, and the kind of crowd I see, and the government is talk about public gathering. Most of these them bar them, screen places them, get people them. So how you think say the government go stop the churches?
Then
places and they flop.
Well,
I don't know.
Well, that na the aspect of the security, the enforcement of the laws.
Yeah.
You see, no many a time that the problem that we face in this country. They say the law now the one enforce will obstruct the law now that the law debate. You understand? Now make Sierra Leone will law come, not pray to God let they among the first people that law go bet.
Exactly.
You understand? And waiting go be the most safer side of you a citizen for you your own health safety. You understand? For your own health. If you find yes, the beach dey still contain crowd. I believe say na your responsibility for let you avoid that particular environment.
Okay.
For a nation as a whole, we need for understanding when government say this law, government dey take that decision only on the general public then safety.
Okay.
You understand? The church and mosques, this na kind of sacred place where I believe say at this moment we for the even converge to ask God for mercy, because when Ebola be contagious, we dey even go na mosques and church dem, we dey go read dua dem, we dey go pray and fast na the mosques dem and church dem for make God have mercy. You understand? Yeah. So I no know to what extent wey COVID-19 wey na the big brother of Ebola wey e don come up with now, because na something na e don come with your law say mosques and church, because I even dey read recently wey one of the countries they don ban Islam.
Okay.
Yes. Then now they say Islam is banned. I just dey go through am very recently wey they talk about they don ban Islam. Na their own country they no want Islam there again. You understand? Because dem see am say Islam na is a sect of religion. So and we know I no ever hear that day before, other than wey COVID-19 don cancel. Now don hear that day now say like Angola na the country they don ban Islam completely. They say they no want Islam for be practiced na Angola again. And as a result of that ban, they begin go and break mosques dem. But that no mean say Sierra Leone we noted for religious tolerance. This na the whole world, even Mufti Mek wey come. Na one of the message that way it take across the world. Say Sierra Leone na one of the most religious tolerant country. And not ever travel na no place na the world wey get religious tolerance like Sierra Leone. You understand? So I believe say that decision about religion side, government need back for see how they go allow religious gathering for the whole. But we need for no say we get for do am at the measure for we own country in protection.
Okay, let's just shift small from that religious aspect. Look, come now on the streets.
Yeah.
You know, say now we already take public motorcar them, like the Poda when I've been 5-5 with the student, and yet still people then they sit on 5-5 where now the government don't put some sin 4-4, and yet still the say then the day Poda then they take them when the passenger then complain, then put some say out, then no hearing. The police now, so
no where you see all over the world where this COVID-19 affects, it gets so much repercussions on the economy. You understand? You see America where we always talk about super world power, therefore go to the extent they use the reserve.
Yeah.
You understand? Great Britain and other parts of the world, China. You understand? China in 9 days they built a super hospital for quarantine patients them. You understand? They all feel the economic weight, economic loss where it gets on the various countries them. So for Sierra Leone, I believe say we government get financial constraint. You understand? Yeah. And the financial constraint where the government gets, they're not going to go to the expenditure like how America go into expenditure, or like how England or other European countries are going to expenditure. Because where true lies, these these drivers are still buying the same fuel, the same price. You understand? And then they register their vehicle there for 5 passengers and road transport. You understand? Even though this is an unusual situation, we all forget the unusual ability for adapt within their unusual situations indeed. So that being the case, that Poda man, we be done they get 5 passengers. You understand? But because of the unusual situation, they say for reduce 1 passenger, then the Poda man need forget a reason why either it be say government put down the price of fuel for them. You understand? Or for we all as a nation. And you still get other places them where government need for strengthening with respect to this public gathering. You still go Abacha, the place they still wey pass na Abacha, the place they still flop. So there are measures and how people there for sell. Makituma them wey get table, they for maintain the table. You wey know say no get table, they for pass. Because still the place they still congest. You go long in a net, you still dey feel the congestion along in a net. Enough people like themselves say the world they go through some kind of bad sick. Because of Sierra Leone we no get that net, people they still take advantage say we secured. But this a call for make Sierra Leoneans they all put we hands together and make we all come together as one for make we fight against this COVID-19. It's very, very dangerous. A danger pass Ebola. Sierra Leone man they need for reflection.
Some man them this COVID-19, some man them they take them say in real, and while some man them they take them say it's based on politics. So there's a mix up, lack of information, and we borders area there, now the villages there.
Yeah.
So how you think say the information for reach them people them there?
Well, I believe say they will call sludge. They may involve sludge into this joint operational work. Okay. And sludge IIN, when I then get the community radios them, they all come together and most information they are like the hand washing, the wash project, you understand, and the regular hand wash, the awareness to religious leaders and also the various schools that are the provinces for make them all take this message into different language. You understand? Like we know say we get 16 tribes then. Yeah. Now this country. So they make them into the various different tribes then. You understand? And the message they go on now. And Slash itself under the leadership of Monk Ahmad Nasrallah, itself take the forefront of the sensitization project na Slash office na Kambu Street, wherein it starts for sensitize people them with a regular hand wash. And this regular hand wash na thing we need to take very serious.
Exactly.
One people they need for know how to wash this hand. The process for wash this hand, where you put the soap on your hand, you get to rub the hand. So if you never wait say count am na your hand 5 times. You rub here 5 times. You rub here 5 times. After which you make an in between, because it need for wax the finger the in between. After I wash the finger the in between, then the hold here. You make here.
Parents do not take notes.
You understand?
Okay.
You hold here. After this, you turn that the other way. You hold them. You rub them fingers there. After you don't rub here, you get for come again. They come behind the finger then. You wash here. You wash here. You understand? After which you come this finger nails them. Now they wash with middle here. You wash middle here. Then you wash middle here 5 times. After which then you wash the wrist. This you wash them. You rub them. And if you make sure say that soap, that brush, if you really brush all over your hand, forget them. And when you don't do that, then you make sure say you open the tap, you wash your hand, and that same hand way don't wash with now,
clean
water.
Yeah, okay.
Then you take the tissue now you wipe on top the rubber because other possible therefore can touch them. They don't pull the virus na your hand or the germs na your hand or the disease na your hand. You put another rubber, the way they pass the color, then you get am. So you dey whip that handy, that pipe or the pump. You put under the trash can and let people not just learn for the just trash and ground. Mind you, they deal with a very contagious disease here. Picking them, especially in a school environment, they go see tissue they don't, they feel like especially when they don't dry, they take and they wipe with their hand. They don't want to know. Okay. You understand? So we need for practice good sanitary practices. People they need for the wash their hand. Not say because of you don't come out school, don't go like also for wash your hand. Anything way they do at these days, if you make sure for say you back up put you wash hand.
Well, there we so panic about this corona, this COVID-19. But if you look again, the use of them with this pampers water. China, they will tell you basically say they don't know what's cause this corona virus, this COVID-19. So, what's you think say the regular enforcement agency for because I think say they get a role for play also, because the government now they use this pampers water in future, making missing a bad disease then they inject inside the system.
Me brother, NDLEA, even at the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, I believe very recently they engaged in a wide campaign where not be only just tap na schools them, but they even go to the extent they do community campaigns, community sensitization against the misuse of drugs. You know, the world just don't become so bad. I don't ever see Sierra Leone reject foreigner from another country. Where Sierra Leone man will let foreigner then so. Now the first 10 this Africa will get for be proud of yourself back. EBOLA or Corona COVID-19 and don't try for winner Africa. Because now the first 10 Africans they will say they reject Europeans. We say they reject Americans. We say they reject people there from diaspora. I like now your brother, your sister, which are they go come and tell you come out Italy, I'm a JC. Now when your brother come, he talks saying that JC,
they need for quarantine
first. So even the JC not proud again.
So that means say they send money.
So wait,
you know what they come.
No, wait till me they talking about relating this coronavirus drugs. And they send this strong message to my brother and sisters them outside there. You where they put yourself or they endanger your life for say I they drink pampers water for make I buffets against corona. Because now people they talk okay talk. Today EBOLA day they say drink alcohol. Pega gin all done at this Sonia. Bitter cola na it tells Shakadas wild for makeup. And Shakadas don't wild back for make more bitter cola. Because people that are going for more bitter cola now, they say bitter cola, they energize the system against corona. You want to drink? You want to say Germany, they don't drink? You want to say Italy, they don't drink? America, England, where they affect so they don't drink? They don't drink past week. But, my brother and my sisters, Lord will not invite problem back for we. Whoa, they say free po. A better pass tight gently. You don't know a small corner you eat every day manage them. Then you go then a corner you don't get well body eats back or you know it. So my brothers, my sisters, do where they watch me. And if you know say you under this drug or misuse of drug business as a way for let you fight against corona, you know they fight corona, you dey fight for kill yourself slowly.
Okay. Let's ask a question, right?
Yeah.
There is this panic where they go around, say everybody now, March 31st, they lock down, so last guy buy back, last guy is prices them to go up. So is it a lockdown or now what's in the government's one?
Well, me don't understanding with respect to this March 31st. Government not say government institutions are all the lock, but especially educational institutions them. Mind you, we not going to fight against corona, Kumbra and Heart Gladly way picking in at school. Because the school is one place where different people they can meet up every day. College, universities, na place where different people they can meet up every day.
Exactly.
So the reason we make government through the Ministry of Education, basic and tertiary education, say for make they wrap up the academic activities them as against the 31st. So that picking them or school going picking them or people the land book go then at the various homes and now while the government go to strategize other mechanisms for fight against coronavirus.
During the I would say Baku thing because of that lockdown.
Yes.
It happened. So is there any provision this time around if they do that? Says such not gonna rise anymore?
Well, the issue they are all over the box, so my brother. Now for let the people, now for let we get the consciousness, the awareness, you understand, about the dangers of this coronavirus. You see, lockdown no mean say na for go do man business. Lockdown na for go do woman business. Lockdown na a strategy where all over the world, as here said at Jazeera, they say the city that never sleeps, Washington DC. You understand? New York City, places them na the world, Berlin, places there where
Something that happened.
something happen. These places they all don't be shut down. Me brother, me and you two then at this country no one for accept that day. If na that na the only thing for make we not be affected, we no go do am. The only thing when I me fear about this lockdown, no lock people them down, they not get it. If government lock down, although they not pull one na do it say they lock down, but when government want lock down, government for make sure say people wey dey work, they all for don get their salary. The one that wey not dey work, government for make sure say at least provision.
And then when they were the thoughts when every day they get it.
Well, na make I say na the responsibility inside England we see am, inside America we see am, when government take up the responsibility of daily wage workers dem. For example, if you na wey can tote this box here today, you understand, na you dey get your survival, na the responsibility of government for able make provision.
Inside America, I think every pikin almost $1,000.
Yeah, they give the allocation of certain dollars or certain pounds.
England separate
yes.
something like that.
Yes.
So when we not go put tax or prices them down.
The first thing first, you get for ask first if we get a data of people wey in this country and of the one they will not the work.
Okay.
Because one of the issues that anyway I believe say Sarah Gem media need for embark on again. Because we need for work in close association with the likes of statistics and other institutions there for see how the institution they are going to tell we the employment rate in terms of percentage and the unemployment rate in terms of percentage. Because now that issues there, if they get that information there, now the value of research learning, government don't need to waste time. Government don't say I get so number of people wait for it because these are my responsibilities. They are not working, and if I can't put them down or lock down, of course I expose them to another virus. Because hunger is equal to virus affecting you. Yeah. Starvation. You understand? You get people that way they live na the streets, na marketplace, they sleep na net. You understand? Then people then they all government go able to provide shelter for them within the period of the lockdown.
That's the question.
You understand? So all that now a multiple of other issues them who we need for to and say I dey crave on the indulgence of Sarah for see how best they go able to work on a comparative issue with respect to seeing how we go able get research on the various issues there.
We get whole lots of questions then, but it look like say time on the beats me.
Okay.
So but you make mention of them picking them. I will look Ghana during this weekend. Ghana make a provision wherein then they teach picking them on television programs them. Basic mathematics, English. Salon during EBOLA, they do a radio program.
The problem of maintenance. The radio program during the EBOLA crisis, now almost like the ministry, it be started by Joseph Sano.
Yeah, Joseph Sano.
By then, it be run an organization called Hill Salute.
Okay.
You understand? And that project began for bring a whole lot of tussle between Joseph Sano and the then Minister of Education. It began a program where the government began for take Plan International. But you know, like how we just Veronica Bucket that will be the use after EBOLA they all lost na the streets will not be the see them again. COVID-19 the big brother and I don't revive them back. You understand? So the radio teaching projects now be project Plan International be the distribute radio to various households. But you understand? So to some extent that continuity aspect, you understand? That continuity aspect now the side that they will feel say we need for give effort and more emphasis on. Because to be honest, what you see Ghana they do so now because of the lockdown before the actual academic calendar. And if you say the lockdown picking them for indefinite, because when school they open so the 31st, nobody know when school get for open again. And if picking get for go on that number or that month of lockdown, you know will keep them idle. Because some of them picking they now the school where they go every day now they boost their mental faculty. But if you go keep them for 1 month without doing anything, then definitely something else go they happen along the line.
I for be wish for we get more time, but really we not get any time anymore. But I want to just tell the viewers them you own advice to people there.
1, avoid touch. 2, avoid crowded place.
Okay.
3, wash your hand regularly. If you don't detect any form of sickness where you know say it contagious, na you dey use the face masks so that you no go able transfer that sickness to other person. Because when this thing begin, people dem be know say when dem go touch iron, they already don get the virus. They dey blow their nose now na the hand they go hold something so that they go spread this illness directly or willfully. You understand? So you when you know say you dey experience some strange illness, begin use the face masks and not for touch other people dem. No go na crowded place so I see people dem dey go, and not be wicked to your brothers and sisters dem na this country. Report yourself or you call 117. The toll-free line on there 117. Anytime you there, just call and report yourself. Say so thing dey happen to me. If you na school pikin, you dey na school, you begin experience any other thing, I believe say all school know about the precaution measures them for use. Family, una thank you.
Well, my family, I'm not hearing from Mr. Dugba. Say make you left church. You will the church company, not especially in Pekin, not so. Church, not
yes.
And now the program, maybe when this program comes on